Hello everyone, and welcome to From the Heart Friday with me, Jessica Brigden of JessBCreativeCardiology. Happy fall this week because it's fall, and that is my favorite season, which is funny because I'm a beach person, but I love fall. I love the changing colors and the beautiful leaves and the fact that the temperatures are cooler, but generally still pretty nice enough to be outside. And of course I love fuzzy blankets and warm sweaters and a good cup of tea, all of that fun stuff. And I love that Stampin' Up! Has introduced some pretty amazing fall products this year, including these new scrapbook workshop kits. So today I'm going to make a few pages, or a couple pages, I'm not really sure. We'll see how things go. But I will be using the new Autumn to Remember scrapbooking workshop kit. So I have gotten some photos off of my phone, had them printed out today. I picked them up at Walgreens from the 1 hour photo, and that's what seems to work best for me around here. If I'm gonna order a whole lot of photos, I will usually send them away to Shutterfly. But in this case, I had a particular event in mind. I didn't have a ton of photos. They are photos from a family hiking trip that we actually took. I thought it was last year, but turns out it was 2022, October 2nd, 2022. So I just had those printed, and Walgreens had a 50% off coupon code. I had to Google it. It wasn't showing up in the Walgreens photo app, but I Googled Walgreens coupons and got a 50% off coupon for photos. So I uploaded those from my phone through the Walgreens app, put in my coupon code, and so I had about 30, I think I went ahead. I couldn't decide as far as like picking out which pictures I wanted. So I went ahead and picked, it just developed all 37. All right, 37 photos. They were about 20 cents a piece because with tax, I think it cost me about $7, which I thought was pretty fair. $7 for all these photos, and then of course I'll use the ones I like, and if not, I can always share them with family or something like that, or stick them in my photo drawer for another page another time. But yeah, so if you are a traditional scrapbooker, or if you've never scrapbooked and you want to check it out, then I think you'll like this video. And even if you really have no intention of scrapbooking, stick around because I want to show you the fun products in this kit. Because the papers, of course, the papers and the elements, you can use them for anything. It doesn't have to be scrapbook, okay? So let me go ahead and flip the camera here and we'll get started. Hello, hello, hi Luann. Glad to have you join me. Okay, let's flip this around. Oh, I double clicked and it went right back where it was. Okay, so we'll get locked in place here. Okay, so what I like, first of all, is that this kit comes packaged together. Everything's in a little Ziploc bag, all nice and tidy. Okay, so I'm going to show you the entire contents. This is the Autumn to Remember Scrapbooking Workshop Kit, and it comes with everything you see here. It comes with full color instructions. So it is intended to make this kit is intended to make 6 12 by 12 scrapbook layouts, or pages, excuse me, three double page layouts, so a total of 6 pages altogether. Okay, with full color photos. But we also get 12 pieces of designer series paper, and this is called this is all brand new. All of these products are part of the new September scrapbooking brochure. And this is a brand new release that just came out this month. And so the paper is called Sweet Days of Autumn Designer Series paper. So it includes 4 each of 3 double-sided designs and a sticker sheet too. Okay, so these are the designs, and this is just so adorable. So this first set of double-sided designs, we've got little bears and owls and fox and birds and deer and even hedgehogs. This is super cute. The back side are these trees. Okay, so that's set number 1. Set number 2 of pages. Again, colorful little trees. We've got kind of this brown early espresso plaid design crosshatch here. Okay, we've got some old olive. This is kind of a floral. Hi, Sandy. Hello, hello. And this is cute too. This is a Cajun craze, just little bare trees. Okay, and then we've got a wood grain pattern here. And these are single-sided. So we had 4, each of 3 double-sided, the sticker sheet. And then we also have a couple of single sheets here. Okay, so we've got 2 of the wood grain, 1 of the stripes. Hi, Pam. I'm glad you clarified. Thank you. Aren't you supposed to be at work today? All right, so these are the single sheets in the kit. This is the sticker sheet. So what I like, of course, there is an add-on stamp set called Autumn to Remember. And it has 11 photopolymer stamps for $24, which is pretty reasonable. But if you don't want to do any stamping, you don't have to. They have this sticker sheet, which has all kinds of like fun fall occasions and sentiments and different things on it. All right, and you can use these. These are, I want to say these are the cardstock stickers, so they're a little bit thicker. Okay, not thickers, but but they are like thicker than just regular, you know, stickers that you would buy on their own. Okay, and then in this kit you also get several sheets of cardstock, and this is the 12 by 12, the core cardstock here that Stampin' Up! This is the new, again, a new product that Stampin' Up! Is offering, and it is called the two-tone cardstock. So you have, I don't know if you can see the difference here. All right, see how this is lighter and this is darker? So you have a light, like the true color, and then a slightly lighter variation, okay, so on front and back. So we have old olive, we've got some petal pink here. Again, I'll flip this over so you can see there. It's not your eyes fooling you. This side is a little bit lighter, okay? And we've also got some crushed curry in here. Again, one side's a little bit brighter, lighter, and then the darker. Okay, so that's kind of a neat thing. And then we've got this white, this is called White Willow. Okay, it's a little brighter than Stampin' Up's basic white, okay? And then we also have these awesome die cut sheets on here. These are not stickers. These you would need to adhere with glue dots or your adhesive of choice, dimensionals and things like that. Okay, so we've got a couple of sheets of those. The kit itself, if you do the full kit for the 42, also comes with these wood grain die cuts. Again, these are not stickers. They are like a, I want to say it's not quite chipboard. It's a little thinner than that, but it is wood grain. You can see the back side here, and then the front. Yeah, they're quite sturdy. Okay, so you get a full sheet of those, and then you also get these little spots. So if you don't have your photos ready to go, they have these photo placeholders that you could place on your pages so that you know exactly where to put, you know, what size photos, or you can kind of check out things on the layout before you stick everything down. So that is a handy little thing that all of these items come. Again, this is the Autumn to Remember Scrapbooking Kit, $42 for everything that I've just shown you. And then they also have, of course, offering these items individually as well. So again, if you want to make more, all right, so like I said, the kit is designed to make the 6 pages, but maybe you want to make more. Maybe you want to do a whole album, all right, just for fall, and you love you know, these cute little woodland critters, okay? So you can order additional designer series papers separately. You can order just the stickers if you don't want to scrapbook at all and you just want this really cute little woodland paper. Okay, it's $12.50 for the pack of designer series paper, the double-sided designer series paper. Okay, so which is pretty cool. So it's nice that you can get all of these items together or separate. Okay, so that's called Sweet Days of Autumn designer series paper, 12 sheets for each of 3 double-sided designs for $12.50. Okay. All right, so let me just show you briefly too. So you can find these things in a couple different places. You can look in the Stampin' Up! Online store under, you can go to What's New, all right, and click on September Scrapbooking Brochure, and it will list all of these new items. Okay, here's the scrapbooking kit. Hi, Polly, hello, hello. So you can do that. You can go to What's New, September Scrapbooking Brochure. You can also go to Shop Products and scroll down to Memory Keeping. And then you can get more specific. If you want just the workshop kit, then there are currently 4 available, including Autumn to Remember. But you could also go under Memory Keeping and just shop all, okay, and see the entire line of new products, including the 12x12 cardstocks and the sticker sheets. And all of that. Okay, I love that we have basic black 12x12 again. Okay, so you can find them in a couple different ways. Okay, but these are online. You will not see them in a printed catalog. And I do believe Stampin' Up! Is planning to release additional scrapbooking kits every few months. So this particular kit, as well as the 3 others, they're called the September Scrapbooking Brochure products, designed to coordinate with the September to December mini catalog. So we're anticipating another set of scrapbooking products introduced in January to go with the January to April catalog. Okay, and then it would follow that suit. So let's go ahead and pick a couple of pages. Now, I'm not gonna make all 6, okay? We're not gonna be here all afternoon, as much as I would love to do that, okay? So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to pick a layout here. And I went ahead and just had my photos printed in 4x6, because like I said, I couldn't narrow them down. Sometimes, you know, if you're like me, it's easiest just to print them, see what they look like, right? Because it's hard to see when they're on a little tiny screen. And so I went ahead and printed some of these off. Now, I'm not going to show them all of that. I would love to, because my nieces and nephews are adorable, but but I don't want to, you know, for their safety and everything. But I am going to show you. So this event that I want to scrapbook, my aunt, so it all started out, my aunt finds the coolest places. She, in her retirement, is a trail guide for New York State trails, hiking trails. So she leads hikes. She's amazing. And so anyways, she found this little hiking trail. It's a nature center called Amberations. And it is in, I want to say it's in a little town south of Syracuse, in the hills of Vesper. Okay, and so it's this, they have this little welcome center. They've got trails that you can do, but they have this really neat like adventure thing for kids. And so when you check in, you know, stop by the little sign, they have these little treasure maps of the trail system, and it's great for kids. And essentially the hike leads you all the way, I'll show you a couple of these, isn't that cute? Leads all the way to a buried treasure. Okay, so I won't show all the pictures, but anyways, there is actually a treasure chest. Okay, and they have to figure out how to find the treasure chest, and then find some of the treasure that is buried in there. Okay, so there were some actual little treasures, you know, cute things for kids. There were some of those little like Mardi Gras bead necklaces and things like that. Part of the, you know, when you finish the trail, part of the nature center is also a little, I don't want to say a little petting zoo type thing, but they have a mule named Joe. A mule named Joe. So we of course had to go feed Joe some carrots along with his buddies, the goats. Okay, super cute. And they've got all kinds of like hay bales. They've got a fishing pond. They've got a dirt hill that the kids can hike up and all kinds of cool stuff. Prepare to get dirty. Okay, they've got a fun little fishing pond there where you can catch pollywogs and things. And it's just lots and lots of fun. So the kids, of course, had fun, you know, catching things out of the creek and all kinds of fun stuff. They've got a little garden. Okay, so it was a really cool, really fun experience. That's the barn where Joe the mule and the goats live. Okay, so we had a fun family day that afternoon. And so I love these pictures and thought these would be great for some of these pages. And of course I can crop them down and things like that if I want to. So I thought this is a great way. I love these little kits. Great way to just, you can totally make it your own, or you can do it directly as instructed. Really depends on how much effort you want to put in. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with numbers 2 and 3 here. Yes, it was some great photos, fun family time, awesome memories, and of course I want to keep them because it seems as the auntie here, I am the memory keeper of the family, and so it's great to be able to have these things to show the kids when they come to visit, or even like to be able to gift them their own albums and things like that. So all kinds of cool stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna find these layouts here. It does, it says prepare for both pages. So it tells you exactly how the page is going to look. And then there's a cutting guide to show you how to cut each pattern so that all the pieces work together. So you can follow that, okay? Or you can totally wing it. All right, it's totally up to you. So for these set of pages, we are going to use the petal pink design. I want to make sure that I've got the dark side of the petal pink showing. Okay, so my pages match here, and we are going to use some of this plaid. Okay, and of course you can always use the other sides of the papers if you like that better. All right, so for these pages here, these are going to be 6 by 12. All right, that's pretty easy. 6 by 12, and I'm going to use half of the page on each layout here. So I'm going to just stick this in here at the 6-inch mark. Okay, what's nice is that these scrapbook kits, I wouldn't say they're all inclusive because you do still need to provide your own adhesive, but all of the papers, everything you need is there. They do show a little list, so you might need some additional. If you want to add some extra detail, you could add in the crushed curry, Cajun craze, and Old Olive Stampin' Right markers, as well as the black Stampin' Right marker. And they recommend some Stampin' Seal, some mini glue dots, oops, and some tear and tape, which, yes, I have some of that here. Okay, so you got your adhesives, of course my paper trimmer, and if I need them, I also have my paper snips. Okay, so everything is here, and the first thing that we are going to do is attach these to the page, okay? So we're gonna start with number 1 and my layout. And I'm gonna just use some Stampin' Seal. That is my adhesive of choice. You could also use your multi-purpose liquid glue. But this is a nice reminder that our Stampin' Seal, glue dots, and tear and tape, these are the archival safe. If that is important to you, it is important when you're scrapbooking because you don't want your photos to turn yellow, okay? If you have some older photos, if you don't have them on the right, like I had photos from when I was a kid, some of the albums that my mom had and even my grandparents were in those, like you peel back the page and you close it over the photos and then it tends to yellow over time, which is, it ruins your photos and it's kind of ugly. So if you use archival safe, then you don't have to worry about that. That means it will help keep your photos just as bright and crisp as when you put them on the page, okay? So we're putting this pattern, all right? The first one went on the left, not quite to the edge, about a 1/2 inch from the border, and then this one is going to be the coordinating page. So we're gonna put that about a 1/2 inch from this side. Okay, make sure I've got that straight. Okay, so you can see how they are starting to take shape, okay? All right, so the next thing we need, we've got a pattern that's going to go on the right, and that is this little Cajun craze. I think they're little trees. They kind of almost look like little bird feet, but I think they're trees, little bear trees. So for that particular pattern, okay, we are going to cut. So it says 1, so we need 2B, and find our, we have 2, A, B. All right, let's see here. Attach 2B, which is a little odd because I don't see a 2B, so I have to figure out what exactly that means, but I'm pretty sure we want, oh, there it is, okay. 4 by 10.5. All right, I just couldn't see it. I saw 1B, 2E. All right, there's 2B, 4 by 10.5. Okay, so we're going to cut this piece first at 4 inches. All right, and then open up my trimmer so that we can trim it off at 10.5. Okay. All right, so we've got just a little piece left over for another project. Okay. All right, so we attach this first. All right. So one thing I like about, I actually started out as a scrapbooker. I don't know if you guys know that about me. I was first introduced to paper crafting. Well, I guess how long do I want to make this story? All right, so I was first I suppose if I really went back, I was first introduced to paper crafting by my grandmother. She kept an album, a little photo album for each of the grandkids, which I thought was super cool. But she also had, I guess what you would call like maybe an original scrapbook. It was just a book of bound, it had like brown paper, and she had her like calling cards from their dances and things. And she'd also keep holiday cards and things that, you know, people had sent her over the years, as well as, you know, anniversary cards or like wedding, all of that stuff. So she had a little album that she kept all of these important papers and things. And so technically, I guess you could say she was the original scrapbooker in the family, and that's where I got that from her. Okay, but yeah, so I guess I took after her in that way. And then, you know, when us grandkids came along, she had a like I said, a photo album for each of us, and I just love that. So I really started getting into that when I was around the time that David and I got married. Of course, I had all these, we did not pay for a album, okay? We hired a photographer, and I know it's kind of unusual, but we actually were given the negatives. That was part of our photography package, is we were given the negatives so that we could print our own photos, whichever ones we want, and make them different sizes and all of that. So I started getting into scrapbooking around the time that we got married so that I could make an album with those photos, with my wedding album. And since then, made several like gift albums and things for friends and family. Yeah, and so I started scrapbooking, and it wasn't until later on that I got interested in card making. And then I was like, ooh, cards are just like little mini scrapbooks. So the reverse is true too. If you primarily are interested in cards, and maybe you feel a little intimidated by scrapbooking, well, scrapbook pages are just larger cards, all right? It's the same concept. You start with your base, and then you build from there. Okay, so we are starting to build. We're kind of mirroring the design from one page onto another here so that it is more symmetrical. Okay, and then we are going to start adding some of the additional elements. Okay, so we are going to add next some of these fun little trees. Okay, so we are going to attach 2C, and 2C is 5 by 8. Okay, so when we're doing this, we are going to cut this at the 8-inch mark first. Okay. All right, that is nice about these cutting guides too, is it actually tells you which direction to. Well, okay, so I guess I better pay attention. So, all right, so it says the orientation of your paper. Okay, so I need to rotate this. Okay, and I'm cutting this at 8. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this at 5. Okay, so that way, that piece goes the right way. Okay, so that makes sense for this page. All right, you can see the little trees in the background there. Okay, so we are going to adhere that first to the left page. I might have to order some more of this paper because I love this little woodland pattern. I just think these are the cutest little critters. You know, I know this is a scrapbooking kit, but this paper is so adorable. It would be really cute for like a woodland theme baby shower or something like that too, or kids party, or it's just super cute. Okay, so this one we are going to attach to the center here. and it's flush with this paper. Okay. And then the right side, all right, the right side gets number 2F, which is the other part of that. Okay, that's this larger piece here. Okay, so that is going to go on the right side here. And again, because this is your kit, I mean, it gives you the instructions, but if you like one side of the paper better than the other, right, go ahead and use whatever works best with your photos. Okay, so we're gonna put this in the middle, but a little bit closer to the right edge here. Okay. All right, so now we've got left and right. Now on the left page, we attach the prepared white diagonal die cut. If you're wondering what in the world is that, that is part of those die cut pieces. And check this out. It actually tells us what project that we're going to use them on, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we're using this. Okay. This one, and we'll also be using this one. All right, so just gently pop those out. Oh, come on here. I could see using this as a stencil too, right? Okay, so I am gonna pop out all of these little pieces. So we'll just pop those out. You can use them for something else if you like. Or you know, if you don't like this, you could just leave it off. I'm not entirely sure I really care for this little diagonal piece, but I guess it adds some visual interest, so we'll put it together and whoa, no, I guess you got to be careful with that. We will put that piece under a photo. Okay. So sometimes in my videos, I also show you what not to do. Right? You know, my videos are totally unscripted, unedited. We are live, and this is how I craft. So if you enjoy the real life experience, then this is the channel for you. Please give me that thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Okay, so let's go ahead and take that. I'm going to be more careful with this piece here. Okay, or I might just decide to leave it off altogether. All right, I'm going to put, because I got that little tear, here's a quick little fix. If you use your tear and tape, okay, so I'm gonna line that up the way it's supposed to be. Okay, just give yourself a little bit. This is double-sided tape. And we're going to essentially make a Band-Aid, okay? So I'm going to put that on here because voila, puts it all together and you wouldn't even know that it's there, okay? The only thing is, where it says Project 2, you probably want that face down so that, you know, you're not like reading Project 2 across your page, okay? So I think for this, I think we're just going to use some glue dots. That might be the easiest thing to do here so that I don't put too much glue on here. I am looking for, yeah, there we go, my take your pick tool. Okay, so, whoops. We're going to just put some of these on each corner. feel like there's another one. Yes, there's one on my finger. Come on here. This is why when we work with ribbon and things, I usually say put the knot on the dot. You really don't want these on your fingers because they are so tough to get off. They're like boogies. All right, nobody likes a boogie finger. So I don't like glue dots on my fingers either. Okay. All right, gently put these on, and we don't need a ton, but I do want to make sure that all 4 corners are secure, as well as just tack down the middle a little bit. Okay. All right, so let's again put one on each of these middle pieces. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Whew. All right. I think that's enough. Okay, so this, we are going to put, this kind of comes over flush with the right side. Yeah, and it's like at the halfway point, okay? And just gently tack it down, okay? And then we've got room for some fun little elements on here, okay? Depending on what, oops, excuse me, the light moved. They've used some of these cute little stickers. So we got some stickers, we've got some other additional die cuts. Let's see, so we got this page's cute little scalloped bird. Okay, we've got a little tag piece. These are great for a little bit of journaling. Okay, so we got a couple of these, as well as some leaves. Left and right. Well, let's see, let's go with this one. Okay, so I think that's all I need so far from this page. Okay, and then, so the way these are going to go, this little tag piece is going to go up here under my photo. This little piece is part of some decoration. Okay, and these leaves are going to go underneath our autumn sticker. Now, I don't know if I want to peel that off quite yet, so I'm going to trim this out with my snips. Okay, so you can cut these elements apart. All right, so I'm going to show you how this goes together first, because technically this would layer over the bottom of the photos. And then we also have this little maple leaf. Okay, that's gonna go up here. And then we even have some little hearts. Okay, so there's, I'm gonna cut in through here, making sure not to cut into any of the sticker pieces. All right, so I'm gonna use this little heart. Okay. And then I need a little, I think that's a little wooden heart as well. So we'll pull, oh yeah, here we go. Here's one of the little wooden hearts that go in. So we got all kinds of fun little elements to put together on this page. Okay. So it does give you a little tip here. So for putting on your photos, it says do not use adhesive along tops of both photos so other pieces can be tucked behind them. So such as these little little tags and things like that. So those little elements could be tucked behind the photos. Attach smaller embellishments with mini glue dots, and tuck a few of these elements behind the photos. So let's pick out a couple of, let's see if I've got a couple of the photos that I want to put on this page. I mean, that's a cute one too, and I can always trim that down. Just going through these real quick. Like I said, I have printed out a few too many. I wasn't sure exactly which ones I wanted to use. That's a cute one. I love this. Let's see here. So I could do all right, you kind of get the idea. I could actually trim that down. I could even trim this down too. All right, so what we end up doing, and I actually don't think I'm even going to, I don't really think I need to put adhesive on these because they are going to be hidden behind the little label. I do need a couple of the wooden elements though. That's what these are that I was missing. Okay, so we've got these little leaf pieces that layer on top. Okay, so these go together like this. Yeah, okay, that's kind of cute. And then this goes right in the center. So I think what I'm going to do for now is I'm actually gonna pop this up on dimensionals. Okay, so those were not listed. This is of my own accord, but that gives me just a little bit of wiggle room if I want to change things around. Okay. I'm just gonna tack this down for now, and that way, once I get my total, final photos on here, then I can put it totally into place. Okay, so get that up here. Where I want that to be. All right, and then pull this over. And yes, I think that is about where I want it to be. Okay, I think I like that. So I'm just gonna tack that down with some dimensionals. That way I can still peel it up. There you go. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I couldn't see the bottom of the page there. Okay, and then this little thing. All right, I'm just gonna put a little dab of adhesive on there, and that will go right up here, and it will tuck underneath a photo. So what did I do with those? So if I were to have this cute little photo, this would go under there, and then it would tuck underneath so that I could write, I could put the date on there, any other little element like that. Okay, and then over here, again, For this one, this is gonna go under a photo, so I'm gonna tack this down. Okay, and then the little sticker kind of goes at the top. All right, and then this little one comes off towards the right. And then the little heart element goes on with some glue dots. Again, you can see I'm pressing the element directly into the dot so that it's not sticking to my finger. Okay, and then that'll go right up, kind of right up here, overlapping just a little bit. Okay, and then you can always add some extra little details. Okay, so it mentions adding on a little bit of adding a little detail with your Stampin' Right markers. Now I have, these are the original Stampin' Right markers. The newer markers have more of a fatter journaling tip. It's not as teeny tiny skinny as that one. All right, so they're new and improved. But let's see, we can add just little accents on there, kind of make it blend in a little more 3D. You can decide if you like it or not. All right, and then it's ready for an additional little photo that I would probably crop to, I think I would put this one in, let's see, crop it here so that way, so I'm gonna take an inch off of one side and then put it in here at 4. Yeah, that works out pretty good. So it's a little 4x4 that would tuck in under here. Okay, so you got the idea. So that would be page 1. Isn't that cute? All right, obviously this would go underneath my sticker, but okay, so I got page 1. I'm gonna set that aside here as we go ahead and finish up our page 2 layout. Okay, and so yes, with this one I have to be careful so I don't tear any of these little pieces. Actually, these would be cute to save for little, you could stamp on these little elements for your cards or little journaling pieces. All right, so don't necessarily throw those all out because you could use, of course, as a scrapbooker, we're also slight hoarders, right? Because I'm like, oh, I could use that. Do you guys do that too? Do you save all kinds of stuff? I have had to set some parameters. So when it comes to my cardstock, generally anything that's smaller than 3/4 of an inch, I usually toss it because I can't save all of it. It would just, like, it comes to a point where it starts to take over. So do set some parameters for yourself, okay? If you know you would never use it, toss it, all right? You have permission to do that, okay? All right, don't feel like you have to keep everything. All right, and like I did with my photos, even if you have them printed at 4x6, okay, feel free. You can cut them down. You don't have to keep it at 4x6. You can always change it out, all right, for what you need, what works for your project. Okay, so pop these little pieces out. And this is going to tack on over here. All right, again, make sure that you have the part that says project 2. Put that face down so that you don't see it written on your project. All right, so glue dot for each corner. So let me know, have you done scrapbooking before? Or would you call yourself a scrapbooker, or is this something totally new to you? Because I know I generally do cards and different types of projects here on my JessBCreativeCardiology channel. But technically that whole cardiology is not necessarily about cards. Cardiology is actually, I took that on because it's art from the heart, right? We have From the Heart Friday. So whether you are making cards or scrapbooking or making little gifts, right? It's all art from your heart. So it's all part of our creative cardiology here. Okay. I don't know if you knew that about my channel name. That's actually where it came from. Is I don't know, when my business was growing, newly growing, I had sat together with a couple of my team members and we were chatting and somebody said art from the heart and I ran with it. That was perfect. So that's actually where that came from. Okay, so get that out of the way. And somehow I did end up with one on my thumb, so let's put that somewhere so that I don't find them. Who knows, I'll probably find it stuck to my elbow later. Okay, so we'll put this on here. Looks good. Gonna tack it down. Okay, then we've got another little green leaf we can put on here to go with this. So we've got this cute little leaf piece and these little trees. Okay. And let's see what else we've got. We've got some different sticker elements that are going to go up in the corner, including, we've got this little arrow. So we're making some little tags that come down from the top. Okay. Different patterns and heights and things like that. Just fun little elements to layer on top of each other. Isn't that cute? Oh, Polly says she's been a scrapbooker for many years. Yes, enjoy both. Awesome. Yes, have you tried the new kits yet, Polly? What do you think? I love that we have all these fun little, more options, right? When I first started with Stampin' Up, we had what was called simply Scrappin' kits. And let's see, let's put this over here. Yeah, so we had these simply Scrappin' kits, which were very much like this. It came with designer paper and some cardstock, and it came with just different, like some die-cut sticker elements and things like that. It was a lot of fun. I'm gonna put a couple dimensionals on here too. So this is something that you won't necessarily find in the actual instructions, but even though it's a scrapbook, right, and you're going to put this, you know, probably in an album with some pages, so you don't really want a lot of bulk, okay, because it needs to be able to, you know, squish flat. But I do like just a little bit. Okay, so this is going to layer in here. Let's see, you can even like pull that leaf up so the leaf is coming around our cute little deer. Okay, and then we've got room for a little leaf, a little baby leaf under here. Tuck it under. Super cute. Let's see, and then we've got a little journaling piece. I think we want the longer one. And I am going to put some regular adhesive on this. Okay. A little journaling piece so that you can put it under here. And, you know, it's always important, write the date, write the names, right? Because, you know, years from now, all right, can you see that? I put that little journaling piece down here on the bottom because years from now, you know, somebody might look at these and they might not know all the people in the photos, or they might not know where it was taken. So always good to put those photos in there. Yeah, so I mean, this is technically what a little sticker would go on here above that. Cute little elements, and then even add a few little leaves, some little maple leaves that we could put on here. Okay, and again, if you want to dress these up with a little bit of Cajun craze, you can. What I'm just doing is using the brush part of the marker to highlight the veining in the leaf. All right, you can add as much detail as you want there, okay? All right, let's see, a little bit down here. Okay, cute little leaves. Again, you can put those on with glue dots or dimensionals, whatever you want to use. And these are going to go over here on the left and just tack these down. And let's do that. Okay. All right, I'm just checking out these little instruction sheets here. Okay. Yeah, they do have a little piece stuck under there. I am not going to worry about that. I'm going to just leave it like it is. Okay, and so with this one, I'm going to show you what you could do with those, with the little photo mounts, the little placeholders too, which is pretty cool. So with this, it shows you could kind of picture what it would look like with the different size photos here. And then if you used a 4x6, right, so you can see that if you put your photos on here, okay, then that's how it would work. So it's kind of cool that you can play around using the different sizes, right, depending on what you've got, all right? Or you could even add through before. It's your album, so you know the cutting guides and the instructions here, they're just a guide, okay? So make sure, you know, feel free to adjust it and make it personalize it, okay, to whatever you need there. But I hope you've enjoyed checking this out. Okay, so there we have our 2-page. I have not glued my photos down yet. All right, so you can see again that this is what it would look like here with your 4x6 tucked under there and a 4x4 over here. Okay, so technically this is the left page. Okay, all right, sorry, let me see. Let me rotate the camera just a little bit so you can see the full page there. Okay, so that's the left one. And then this is the right page. Again, I don't have everything tacked down. Okay, because technically this will stick underneath there so you can see the cute little deer. Okay, but it gets you started. Okay, so quick and easy. All right, not too bad. So I've been playing around here for about an hour, but of course I had to show you my photos too. So, but this is the Autumn to Remember, kit here. All right, and so primarily I made layout number 2. Okay, but again, lots more ideas. I've got plenty of photos that I need to kind of lay out and see which ones work best together. Okay, but check those out in the online store. Okay, again, you can see we've got the Autumn to Remember kit. This one is just $42 for everything I showed here. It came with all of the, right, it says includes the supplies to make 3 2-page scrapbook layouts, the color instructions, the cardstock, the printed stickers and die cuts, the photo placeholders. It came with the designer series paper, and then it does tell you, just the different additional colors and things like that that you might want to use. But check that out, a new product line, and I'm super excited about it. So give it a try, and if you have any questions, please let me know, and I look forward to stamping with you soon. All right, have a great weekend, everybody. It is Friday evening, so have fun, take care, and I will, oh my goodness, I will see you in October. Woo! All right, thumbs up, like, subscribe, please, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.